Welcome to Art Toronto. My name is Mia Nielsen. I'm the director of the fair, and today I'm really thrilled for you to see this conversation we recently had with Vancouver collector Mary Renaud. The way she speaks about her collection is just infectious, and I'm sure that you will love it as much as we do. Here she will speak about works in her collection by Angela Teng and Hangama Amiri. Enjoy.
When I did find myself in the position to spend a little bit more money on art, the first 4 purchases I made were men. And that needed to be corrected. Now that happened at the same time, 2016, 2017, when Angela became noticed for her work at the RBC. RBC Painting Competition has been instrumental. I've always gone over who the winner and finalists were and then delved into their art afterward. And I found her really, really intriguing at that time. And there was a piece that got away. I looked at it. I'm sure that they can, people at the Equinox could provide you with the image. It was beautiful. Again, acrylic paint pressed through and woven through into just a beautiful composition. And that one bothered me. If I'd had a little bit more confidence, I would have snapped it up at that time. But I knew I wanted an Angela Teng in my collection. And so I waited and watched her work and watched her work. I began looking at Angela Teng's work on Instagram, and there it was. I believe in June of this year, May, June. Her piece was on Instagram and I jumped on it right away. And when will it be at the Equinox? And pretty much had made the decision to purchase this piece because it's extraordinary. And it was the one I was waiting for and hadn't even seen it, really. I'd seen images of it on Instagram, but I'd certainly not seen it in the flesh. And when I came into the gallery and saw it, Hannah said she's been working at the Equinox and in art for a very long time. She says it's still one of her top 3 reactions to a piece of work. I was so taken by its beauty. And it was everything I'd hoped it would be and more, as you can see, 4 poppies. And the fact that it was a reference to Rachel Royce's work. I'm a mother of 3 daughters. The work of women is very, very important to me. And that Rachel Royce in her time, now the Equinox, Hannah and Sophie are very good at I'm not a student of art history. I mean, I've taken the requisite courses, but they were very good at filling in the piece for me and explained how Angela's muse for this had been Rachel Royce and her beautiful 17th century Dutch works. And I was able to delve into those beautiful flowers, and I'm a gardener, and look at the beauty of that and realize that during her time, her work commanded more money than Rembrandt. And now I didn't even know who she was. This is where we've come. And so the resurrection of Rachel in this work means a great deal to me. And Angela's nod to it makes it so special. And it's just the crowning jewel of my collection now. As we say, our walls and our bookshelves define us. I know where this piece will be. You will walk through my front door and in the foyer, you will see this piece because I think it's a good representation of my family. Again, thank you, RBC Painting Competition, for new collectors like myself to have a list to draw from of great emerging artists in Canada. In 2015, an honorable mention went to young Afghani-Canadian artist called Hangama Amiri. And it was a painting of a swimming pool. And it was the colors and it was just beautiful. And it really drew me in. And so I began to watch her and as she blossomed. And in 2018, my husband and I celebrated our 35th wedding anniversary with a trip to New York. And to his surprise, he said, could we take a detour through Lunenburg? And he said, Lunenburg? And I said, yes, this Hangama Amiri, who I've been following for a while now, is having her show at the Laurie Swim Gallery in Lunenburg, Nova Scotia. I think she's really talented. I love her story of coming from Afghanistan at 16 and with 4 siblings and family and coming to Halifax. And I'd really like to support her and I'd really like to see her show. So did attend the show in Lunenburg, but not at the beginning of the show. And darn, that Art Gallery of Nova Scotia had already come in and swooped up two pieces. But there were two really, well, there were several, but 2 pieces that I absolutely adored. A piece of Turquoise Lake, which she had done at a residency at the Banff School. And another piece of her learning how to swim, something that she had not done in Afghanistan. And it was a beautiful picture of painting of just this, you could see that it's Hangama and in a lake and with beautiful red tree that's fallen across the lake. And it was just stunning. And so I picked up those 2 pieces from Hangama in 2018. And of course, Hangama has gone on to get her MFA at Yale University and is doing beautiful large textile installations. And I will be watching her because one day there'll be a little painting that maybe I could acquire. But it's just a success story. It's a Canadian success story. And she's certainly someone that is getting all her due. Wonderful success and all well deserved. I wouldn't miss art. I love Art Toronto. It's a wonderful way to learn about art and to see all that Canadian art has to offer and learn about, I predominantly purchase art on the West Coast, but my eyes have been open to wonderful, wonderful galleries across Canada. And you just and the art changes, which is wonderful because as the art is purchased, more art goes up on the walls, and it's just kiosk or booth after booth after booth of really, really great work across the country. And there, what I find really interesting is there's great artist talks and opportunities for learning. Other exciting thing about Art Toronto is it has, I'm pretty West Coast centric, and it has introduced me to some galleries across the country that I've really come to enjoy. One example is Daniel Faria in Toronto. He has an artist called Christy Moran, whose work that I've been following, and he's got great stuff at Daniel Faria and Georgia, his work, and Antoine has great stuff. I think he had some new artists in there that I found quite compelling. Names escape me at this point, but they're Division Gallery, all sorts of wonderful galleries outside of the West Coast. Masters Gallery, I could go on and on and on and on.